well, Mistral Vibe, I don't understand their pricing. Their subscription should be at like $10 because their models are not, especially the bigger ones, are not as good as the state of the art, right? Vibestral, the models are just not on the same level as, the three big boys of I plan to potentially use in the next few months, which is Anthropic, Claude, and GPT 5.2. Their models are just not good enough for these kinds of, agentic coding stuff. I'm not going to pay $15 for a model that, is just, even if you look at the benchmark, like they're clearly behind, right? $10 per month would be more, reasonable when it comes to the performance of their models. And, they are mostly good, I feel like, for the cheap, small models, even though nowadays with those Chinese models, like it's so hard for them to compete, because the Chinese models are just offering free tokens to everyone for a few quarter of a cents per million token or whatever. Like they have the Chinese have come up with some crazy good models at crazy low prices, Since then, there's Kimi K2, DeepSeek 3.2, there's now a GLM 4.7 that is even free. Well, the Mistral LMs are also free, so that's that. But like GLM 4.7 paid is also like crazy cheap. It's like, I know that their main business for Mistral is not to go full with the B2C. They work more on the B2B side, but it's they do need to be on all fronts, because the B2C brings the B2B in a way, right? Like when your employees all use the models from a certain company, of course, it's going to be more likely that the boss will hear good things about the company and that the boss will have a contract with this company that all the employees are using. And nowadays, all the companies, employees are using Claude, right? Yes, in Europe, they are the only big player in Europe that does foundational models. So they do have this advantage. Most markets, especially in tech and in startups, they tend to consolidate among the top players, right? And so if you're the 6th or 7th biggest actor, that's not good for you because, the future will be less about you and more about the top, first, second, third actors that are trying to compete for the first place, while you will potentially start lagging more and more, and you will just get bought out, or you will just, lose your customer base little by little, just by the sake of the market consolidating.